This is Ian Lamont. I've been a pro seller on Amazon for 8 years for my Amazon brands. And today, can your husband or your wife open their own seller account, and will it cause problems for Amazon's multiple account policy? If this video helps, please take a moment to like it and subscribe, and let's get started. This is actually something that comes up pretty regularly on the Amazon Seller Central forums, and here's the most recent example. These people said that, hi, my wife and I decided to start selling on Amazon. She is selling in Brazil, and I'm starting in the US. And basically, they got both accounts got taken down, and Amazon alleges that we are involved in fraudulent activities, and this is not true. We're frustrated. Is there a solution for this? So the first thing that you should do, actually before you do something like having your spouse register for their own account, is to check out the official Amazon seller policies and seller code of conduct. There's a bullet that addresses this. You can't operate more than one selling account on Amazon without a legitimate business need. And that's actually a pretty key phrase. If you go to Amazon Seller University, they have a video that it's called Comply with Amazon's Multiple Account Policy. There's actually situations where you can have two separate seller accounts. And one of the situations is you have two very different brands. They each have their own storefronts. One is for soap, one is for dog food. And that's a case where you could be running two different brands. They also talk about these policies. They differ from market to market. So Brazil and the United States, they may have certain rules that you have to abide by. But actually, one of the most interesting things that came up in this particular situation was that first of all, they were able to run their business for 5 months, and then they got busted. Or they got basically told that you can't do that. At first, I thought it's because they're saying that they're sharing the same internet signal and the same credit card, and that was causing some overlap. But actually, the Amazon seller support agent who responded says, even if the accounts are owned and operated separately, a link can be established if information is shared between the accounts. Now, I'm not sure if that information means something like you're sharing the same credit card, but the other thing is this person was asking about fraudulent activities. So I'm wondering if the fraudulent activities, that was flagged for one of them, or maybe for both of them, if it was like a shared credit card and there was some issue with that. But then they started looking at the way that the accounts were set up, and they said, oh, wait a second, there's two seller accounts from the same IP address. They may not know, Amazon may not know that these two people are, their spouses, or what's going on with that. And maybe that just is something that they will look into. It looks a little suspicious to them, so they're going to start digging around. But whatever the case, when you're operating multiple selling accounts, yes, you can do it. As I said before, on the Amazon Seller Central University or Amazon Seller University, as well as their code of conduct, they have situations where you can do it. But you're going to get extra scrutiny, not only by Amazon's automated systems, which look for multiple selling accounts operated by one person, but also when one of the accounts does something wrong, then they'll look into everything associated with that account, and they may start to dig up other things. For this reason, I'm really cautious of doing anything like having two separate accounts. I could do it. I have two brands, two very different brands. I could, according to this policy, I could have two separate selling accounts. But I don't want to do it just because I don't want to run the risk of having some problem crop up where either an Amazon automated system flags me for the multiple account policy, and then I have to explain myself, or something else happens where it just causes some irreversible or a red flag on my account, or something else that basically makes it much harder for me to operate my business. For the same reason, even though I'm married, I could have my spouse open a separate account to maybe, like, say, run one of the brands. I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to risk it. I understand why some people do that, and these folks on this particular message board, what if your wife saw you doing the business and they thought it was a good idea, they wanted to give it a shot, and they wanted to do it for another market like Brazil. Maybe they have a language advantage or something like that. It sounds like a great idea, but just understanding the way Amazon operates and the way Amazon will shoot first, ask questions later, I just wouldn't get into it. It's just too risky. And it's basically the cost-benefit analysis. The benefits are not worth the cost, particularly if your accounts get shut down. My name is Ian Lamont, signing off. If this video helped, please take a moment to like it or subscribe. If you go to leanmedia.org, there's a link in the show notes. That's my official website. I have tons more blog posts about working with Amazon, as well as some videos. Just go to liamedia.org, click on blog, and you can see them all. I hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.